My name is Kaz Foncette, and I am the founder of a charity called Wigs for Heroes and the founder of the Heroes Haven here in Green Lanes.
So can you tell me a little bit about what the Heroes Haven is and why you started it?
So the Heroes Haven is essentially a project idea that I had, which we proposed to the National Lottery, to be a self-funded charity shop where we actively provide our cancer support services from where we are. And that's what the Heroes Haven is. We aim to support people locally who have been, been affected by cancer. And it's the first unique space in the UK actually that has an on-site boutique and event space.
And how did you get into this, Kaz?
Well, my own experience of having breast cancer 7 years ago, I was diagnosed with a stage 2 grade 3 breast cancer at the age of 31. Never intended to be struck by such a major life event at that age. You know, I had Glastonbury coming up, planned holidays, and it just stopped me in my tracks. And at the time I found it really difficult to find support when it came to buying wigs and just navigating my hair loss experience at the time. There was no support for somebody like me. I just didn't know where to go, so I launched a GoFundMe page to help people who have been affected by cancer in a similar situation to me at the North Middlesex Hospital. And after a couple of months we found that it was actually really a common issue, and so about a year later the charity was registered and launched as Wigs for Heroes. I sadly had a relapse in 2019 where my breast cancer came back, but I managed to push through and continued to do the work that I set out doing a few years before. And it actually helped me through my own breast cancer experience, so yeah.
And you mentioned the hospital up there in the North Middlesex. You've actually bought some machines for them as well.
Yes, so when I was diagnosed for the second time, again the threat of losing my hair was there and I was nervous about it. And actually one of the things I found was I was so proud of the little hair that I had grown back at the time. I dyed it pink and went all out, you know, and I was scared of losing my new sense of identity that I had found after all that, like 15 months of treatment prior. But we managed to somehow get Claire Paxman aware of my situation, and she's like one of the directors at the scalp cooling company. And she called me and she said that no matter what, we're gonna try and get a scalp cooling machine over to the North Middlesex Hospital, who had none. Another charity had managed to buy a scalp cooling machine just as I started, so I was the first person to experience the scalp cooling machine at North Middlesex Hospital. It was successful for me. I did keep 100% of my hair, and because of that I set out to support the hospital with buying some additional machines which were really needed at the time. We managed to raise £30,000 and we bought 2 additional machines which now 6 people can use at a time, and we're really proud of that. And we do work closely with North Mid with trying to support patients on their first day of chemotherapy or a wig grant, and other support services as well. So yeah, really proud of the work that we're doing with them.
And now you've set up this shop here in Green Lanes in Harringay. I came in and I was expecting to see a charity shop. This isn't like any charity shop I've been in before. What's the concept?
So the concept here is, firstly, we didn't want to be on a side street. We didn't want to be hidden away. The same way as cancer is often so, I suppose, taboo in a lot of communities. We wanted to be up front and centre and on a high street. We wanted to be able to have a welcoming space, so if anyone was going through, you know, a nerve-wracking period of finding out they had cancer or wanted to seek support for their family members, they didn't have to go to such a clinical setting. We wanted the total opposite vibe here, so it was important for me to create that almost like a sanctuary space, a place that you'd feel proud to walk into rather than embarrassed to walk into. And also, when you're going through the cancer journey, you don't want to feel like a cancer patient, and we want people to feel like they're still like a normal everyday person, because they are. Just because you have cancer, it doesn't mean you're less of a human. You need less, lovely treatments and spaces to walk into. So we wanted the space to reflect the type of people that we work with, who are beautiful on the inside and out.
So this isn't just a shop, it's something
more.
else. Sticking with the shop for a minute, what's the concept behind the shop? It's not charity shop, is it?
Well, it is to some degree. We want it just to look a little bit nicer. We want to, I mean, I remember going to charity shops as a kid with my mum, and I was so embarrassed to walk into charity shops because I was like, oh God, like not in there again. But we, in this day and age, we want pre-love shopping to be accessible for everyone, hence why we stock different sizes. We also want it to be okay. Like in some cultures, they refuse to wear pre-loved clothes, and some people walk in and they do ask, are we new or are we used? Some may walk out if we say used, but again, it's totally it's their choice. But we wanted it to be a space where it's okay to shop pre-loved, and it's okay to save the planet a little bit, and it's okay to support a charity that doesn't look like your traditional charity shops. So yeah, we're really proud of the layout actually.
So that's the front.
Yes.
And then at the back, you're building space for something else. What else?
Something very unique, Hugh. You won't find this sort of environment or space or project anywhere else. Hence why we probably won the vote when it came to the National Lottery funding. So the back is designed to be a space where people can come to take time out of cancer, to meet others going through a similar situation, to take part in workshops. And we've also got a private consultation room which will act as a wig fitting space, a post-surgery bra fitting space, and also areola nipple tattooing and brow microblading as well, to prepare anyone who are about to embark on their chemotherapy journeys. So it's definitely like a hub, if you like. And again, anyone who maybe have family members affected by cancer, they will be able to come here as well and seek support.
So what can local people do to help?
So much you can do to help. So firstly, we are desperate for volunteers. So anyone who likes to be around people, maybe who are looking to get back into work, or are a little bit nervous about getting some retail experience, or they want to step into the retail sector, whatever it is, we just need some support, be it on the cash desk or in the sorting office at the back. You can come and shop here. We call this a guilt-free shopping experience. So anything you purchase, 100% of it goes into active services which we will be providing from here. You can scream and rave about us online. You can come and take part in community events which are launching in September. But in any way, if you're compelled to do something for the cancer community or the wider cancer community, just come and speak to us.